Paiseki accused Ji Yangxin of being a black-hearted guy who squeezed employees. After hearing that, Ji Yangxin hung up the phone, and then asked Kenan if he was such a person. Kenan expressed aggrievedly that he had not said that, and the letter asked Kenan to accompany him to an event tomorrow. Paiseki was lying on the sofa, remembering that the voice on the other side of the phone just now felt familiar, and thinking about impossible again. GQ took Kaibao for a walk. He accidentally walked into the concrete flooring, called Xiaozui for help. Xiaozui rushed over and took Kaibao away, leaving GQ standing in the concrete floor. An angry GQ wanted to fight Xiaozui. Xiaozui saw that GQ was about to fall, and hurriedly went over. The two fell on the concrete like this. On the way back, Xiaozui said that he did not agree to have a chance to be alone with Ji Yangxin, and it was okay to run out to sneak a dog. GQ didn't want this opportunity anymore. She knew that what Ji Yangxin needed was not herself. Lu Qinchu's assistant, Xiao Jia, is screening the contributors. It must be bad to see Paiseki's resume muttering good-looking people. The next day, the Chronicles took Kenan to think about the opening ceremony of the bookstore. Kenan was wearing Peppa Pig's doll clothes, holding a sign and constantly complaining. Seeing that he was uncomfortable, he quickly pulled the Chronicles aside. I wanted to take it to the hospital, but Ji Yangxin refused. The boss is his friend. It is impossible to walk under the eyes of others. Kenan said that he had a way to put the doll's headgear on the head of the year letter. Ji Yangxin walked. He fell on Kenan while walking, suspecting that he had taken the wrong medicine in the morning. Ji Yangxin asked Kenan to take him to a cool, ventilated place where he could lie flat, and do not let himself fall asleep. Kenan thought it was okay if he fell asleep, but Ji Yangxin felt too embarrassed. He wanted to know the real Kenan. Kenan told Ji Yangxin that her mother was a housewife, and her father dealt with wood all day long. He studied normally when he was young. Adolescence was like being anesthetized and pained at all. Her hobby is to draw cartoons. Ji Yangxin fell asleep looking at Ji Yangxin's familiar face. Kenan told Ji Yangxin that he was actually a manga artist and his pen name was Lu Qinchu. Paiseki came to Lu Qinchu's flower and romance signing event, and was squeezed in front of Lu Qinchu. Lu Qinchu smiled and held Paiseki's hand. Paiseki didn't know what to say and walked aside, listening to the stage. On Lu Qinchu's speech, Paiseki thought that his childhood dream was to be a cartoonist. The host asked Lu Qinchu's most regrettable work and his most satisfying work. Lu Qinchu said that what fans like is what he is most satisfied with. It would be a pity if they didn't like their own work. Paiseki heard that. He shook his head and recorded it on the mobile phone, avoiding the weight and not having any mouthfuls, but the fan effect is first-rate, and he deserves to be a business sister. Lu Qingwu also said that in fact, it is not without it. It is his debut as The Other Side of the Cloud, because it won the prize and got solved when it debuted. It can be said to be famous in World War I, but that is not what I really want to paint. Paiseki finished listening. Write the liar on the phone again. It was the turn of the fans to ask questions freely. Paiseki was chosen. Paiseki asked Lu Qinchu, is The Other Side of the Cloud really her work? Accusing her of painting all her works with the help of the gunman, Lu Qinchu stood on the stage smiling and did not speak. Paiseki saw the security guard coming out, and immediately turned and ran away, calling Kenan for help. He is now in the Carnival Mall. Kenan hurried to find Paiseki, and put a sign next to the courtyard renovation at the door.